Hi, Andrew Hudson from Hudson Home Team and White Rock Connect in the South Surrey White Rock area of Metro Vancouver. And I just wanted to talk to you quickly about it's January, it's the second week of January now, and I wanted to talk to you about the real estate market in the South Surrey White Rock area. Now, for the last 6 months of 2016, the Metro Vancouver market had a certain amount of instability in the sense that there was not a lot of sales, partially due to both federal and provincial government intervention. And basically, sales just for the most part died. They just plummeted. And whereas prices, especially on detached properties, houses, didn't move much at all. So it's now January 2017. And I have to say, there's still instability. There's not a lot of movement in the market. However, myself and a lot of my associates who I've been discussing this with have all determined that there's a lot of activity going on in the buyer side of the market. Just this last 2 days, I've had 3 referrals just off of Facebook. 3 referrals from out of town. Looking to buy in this market. So, and that's just in the last 2 days. That doesn't include the buyers I'm working with, and I've also had my website has had just a massive influx of signups for real estate searches, especially in the condo and townhouse category of properties. So there is going to be, I believe, a strong influx of activity, increase in activity in January, February, and March. Now, typically what happens is towards the latter part of January, our Asian friends come over and buy real estate. That has a lot to do with the Lunar New Year. This year, the expectation has been that they won't as much due to the foreign buyers tax, the 15%. However, one of the discussions I was having with one realtor, and actually I've had a number of discussions with several realtors on this topic, is that the attraction to our geographic area, our political and economic situation, and our environmental situation. It's a gorgeous place. It's mild. We have a very stable political system. Economically, we are a bargain still, even with a 15% tax, because in a lot of cases, for example, in the U.S., where their dollar is 35% more valuable than ours, and basically that means that if somebody comes over from China with, say, $1 million US, they can buy $1 million property in the U.S., or they can buy a $1.4 million property here in British Columbia. That 15% tax, although that's added on top of that, in a lot of cases, the property taxes in some of the U.S. cities are quite, on an annual basis, are much higher than ours, especially in the Surrey area. So there is an expectation that potentially our Asian friends will be coming back to buy, perhaps not on the scale they have in the last 2 or 3 years, and perhaps it will not put the upward pressure on prices that we have had, especially last year. But there will still be a fair bit of activity going on. So what this comes down to is if you are selling your home this year. Now, if you're selling your home, if you have kids going to school and you need to move into a different area and you'd like to have that occur, obviously, when school is over and you can move and get them set up for the next school season, completely understandable. Still, now is the time to be acting. I'm not necessarily saying that you're going to sell and move right now. What I'm going to say is, let's get your property, market it, set up, okay? So that means fixing up your place to whatever degree it requires. There are some properties that we highly recommend you don't do a thing to them. Get the marketing planned, okay? So we'll sit down with you and go through a marketing plan so you can see what it is we're going to do for you. And even if we get your property secured as sold with somebody, we make sure for certain that we arrange that you have the opportunity to purchase and be comfortable before your deal is completely solid. So what we do is where quite often a buyer will put an offer on a property that has subject to sale of their property. What we would have for your home, which you're selling, is subject to purchase, which means that these people can't proceed with the purchase of your home unless, of course, you find the property that works for you and have a secure, firm contract on that property, okay? Pardon me. The other thing is we make sure that those deals that coordinate with each other, we make sure that they coordinate with each other. But if you do need the extra time, for example, if you've got kids and you want to wait till the summertime, we arrange that completion possession of both those properties does not happen until it works for you. That's part of the reason that we are called agents. We're not here to sell you. We're not here to convince you of anything. We're here to give you all the information that we have, the expertise we have, for you to make the right decision for your situation. All right? You have questions? Contact information is right there. Looking forward to having a coffee and talking about what your needs are for 2017, and we'll go from there. Enjoy.